You've learned a little bit about audio description so far, and I want to stick to our mantra of learning by doing. So now's a chance to try it out and see what we can do with our descriptions. In this part of the Descriptathon, we have a tournament type challenge where you can win fabulous prizes and have some fun in the process while learning. To participate in this Descriptathon tournament, you just need to open your Descriptathon 4 project. So you've signed in, you have your list of projects, you've clicked on My Projects, All Projects, Descriptathon 4 is somewhere in there, and you select Descriptathon 4, which will bring you to the backstage. And here we want to move to the front stage and find on the front stage where our park name is. So if you see here, you'll have Longfellow versus Harper's Ferry, Olmsted versus Salem Maritime, etc., etc. Down the list, and then the parks that have quote unquote buys this round, they are participating in what we call the Judges' Choice bracket. And these parks are listed right here from New Bedford down to Weir Farm. They will provide all their descriptions in a cluster, and then the judge's choice will be picked from there. So as soon as you find your name of your park on the list, the first line will be who is against who, Longfellow versus Harper's Ferry, and say you're Longfellow. You'll open up the component, and inside you'll see the photo that you'll be describing. So one of the most common audio description activities that you'll encounter is to describe people doing things, people in portraits, people in all sorts of states of activity. Seems like a very simple thing to do, but it's the more you get into it, the more complex it can be. In the Descriptathon challenge, you'll find your name, you'll open your component, and you'll come to this area, and right here where it says description, here, more here, that's where you type in your description. I've given you a little bit of caption information. Jerry Fujikawa volunteered for the U.S. Army while confined at Manzanar. So that gives you a little bit of context of who this soldier is and what his situation was. If you want a refresher on how to approach a portrait, you can do a couple of things. Number one, on the Academy page, you can open up the Academy page and scroll down a bit to the General Academy. Item number 4 here is describing photos and illustrations. You can click on that, and that'll bring you to another list. Oops. And on this second list is a selection for portraits. So you can select portraits, and here we'll provide you with some overview of some of the items you can consider when you're making your description. This one is Thomas Edison at age 14. So if you know the person's name, you know their attire, facial expression, ethnicity, any of these factors you can take into consideration when working on your description. So you can go back to our Academy and read through that if you'd like. You can just jump right in and start describing. If you describe it quickly and want to do a longer version of the training, you can click on how do I describe a portrait at the top. And this is a longer training session through, it's a survey type system that we have set up to try things where you can work through your description of a portrait that way as well. Once you're done, the key thing to do here is to signal to us that you're complete, is to click this button here, component incomplete. There's another version of it down here. You look for the big red button somewhere on the screen. Click it and it'll turn green, which changes the green button on the front here. As you can see right here, Longfellow is now checked green. That signals to us that you've completed your description and you're ready for the judging. When we see these green boxes, we'll grab the descriptions and send them to the judges, and then they can get after them quicker. So that is the basic process for working on the portrait description. I hope that helps. If you have any other questions, though, just ask us. We're ready to help.